Hi, I'm Tamara Page, founder of Discover and Recover Wellness Workout Programs. I'm looking forward to sharing my experience of yoga, movement, mindfulness, and meditation with you. As an E.R.Y.T, experienced registered yoga teacher at the 500-hour level, I've had the opportunity over the last 30 years to work with multiple individuals, and as a result, inspired to create and design a program for wellness workout. Today we'll be experiencing a program designed for aging gracefully. And as we do so, I encourage you to discover and awaken to your highest self, cultivate creativity, enhance self-confidence, and recover from anything that might be blocking you or hold you back. So as we go through this program, it's very important to follow the alignment principles, modify as needed, and remember to have fun. Namaste. Let's start this morning with our palms together, thumbs into the heart center, as we take just a moment to find our center or the four corners of the feet. So bend your knees just a little bit and then tilt back, tuck in, rise up, and find yourself rooting through all four corners of the feet. Take a tongue behind the teeth and just take a gentle breath at the base of the nostrils. Exhaling, find your rhythm of breath. We can live in a very chaotic world, but finding calm within is what we have control over. So in yoga, we use the practice of pranayama, which is the art of yogic breathing, in order to quell our thoughts and keep our mind calm. So as we go through this practice today, I would encourage you to follow your breath very closely. Try to slow the rhythm of the breath down. Rhythm of the breath slows the thought process, calms us, quiets us, and allows us to be more focused, and we can enjoy the flow. So just take this opportunity to have fun, enjoy your practice this morning. So we're going to take a deep breath in. Let the arms drop down by the sides, exhale, and then open it up. Reach all the way out. Open the heart, chest, lungs. Deep breath in all the way out to your fingertips. Exhale, and once again, rooting into the earth as we reach for the sky. Deep breath, creating lots of space internally, in between every vertebra, in between the organs. Thread the breath through that space. As we take a moment and open our feet, exhale, open a little bit wider. And using that breath, we're going to fold all the way over and just warming up this morning, starting with your calves. Go circles, clockwise, circles, moving and rolling the calves, warming them up. And gradually roll to the other direction, counterclockwise. So just slowly roll and loosen. And then slide your hands up to the knees. And we'll take the knees and just open the knees, all the muscles around the knees. We want to loosen everything up this morning. Get in there and move it around. And go the other direction, counterclockwise. And as we come up a little bit higher, let's have the hips join this movement. Get in there like you're stirring up a big pot. Roll your hips around. Loosen up your spine. Get in there and find movement. Loosen anything that's stiff or tight. Opposite direction. Slowly rolling. And then we're going to work our way up just a little bit more as we start to bend and tap. So we're tapping the front of the hip and the back. And we'll tap, bend, and tap to each side. It's taking little taps, little movements. And reach up. Let's take it a little higher. Front of the ribs and back. Bend and tap. Bend and tap. Reach and tap. On this glorious morning, find your movement. And then make a little fist. We're going to tap the chest so we get right up in here with the lungs. This is our COVID awakening, and you're hitting the back of the kidney. Other side, up and tap. Take side to side. Your timing, your pace. Feel free to move your body with this. Just get in there, open it up, and then bend down and reach as we come up. Let's drop the chin and roll the neck around. Take a few circles. Move in the opposite direction, chin down, slowly rolling. And then as we come back to center, we're going to reach out all the way up through the tips of the fingers. In yoga, we call the fingers the karmindriyas. So we want to awaken prana this morning. Awaken, stretch all the way out, breathe in. Reach up, up, up. Now drop the knees. Let's open the arms. Draw the shoulder blades onto the back. Slowly hold here just for a deep breath in and exhale. Now we're going to take the breath with us as we rise up, lifting the side body. Come up, open chest, heart, lungs. Exhale our way back down. Find your rhythm and your breath. Shoulder overuse. Let's loosen our shoulders up this morning before we begin this practice. Exhaling back down. And one more big awakening, big awareness. Open the arms, pivot the right foot out. We're going to continue the shoulder stretch as we reach out. Bend this knee. Slide the arm behind the head, bend the knee, and reach all the way back. Scoop it down and over. Feel the whole side body lengthening. Reach. Get the shoulders, get the ribs, everything to stretch. And this time as we come over, we'll just reach and bend and give a little fold here. Slowly coming up. You want to bend that foot and reach back. Side stretch. Onto the heel. Fold over. Give a reach. Little stretch. You can bend the knee to modify as needed. This is your practice. Make it yours. Make it fun. Reaching. And once again, hold here. We're still warming up. Reaching over. And then walk both feet forward. Sneak yourself down into a little fold. Curl your way back up. Give a shoulder roll as we pivot the opposite foot out to the side. Give a little reach and take that big shoulder stretch. So bending the back knee and reaching all the way over. Breathe in. Open and lengthen. A few more rounds. Keep your breath synchronized with your movement, not your neighbor's. Reach. Take it back. Last time, we're going to come over and give a little twist and hold. Bent knee. And then slowly coming up. As we come up, bend that back leg. Reach over and slowly heel on the floor as we reach for the toes. You can bend if you need to and reverse it. Once again, take it back. Last one and hold for a breath or two. slowly bend, both feet facing forward. Give a little side to side here. Any last little movements you need to loosen up. If you need to shake your body out, shake your sillies out, find your way back up, and we'll start toe heeling our feet together so the feet are directly under the hips. Take a little bend. I'm going to turn to the side just to demonstrate how we want to engage the core by giving a little bit of a tilt. This is our puppy dog tilt. And then taking the tailbone right toward the navel, shoulder blades on the back. And just take a moment. Hold here. Find that core engaged as you breathe and as we hold. Now slowly root down. I want everybody to look up at the sky. We have beautiful clouds here today in Florida. Sunny Sarasota. Bend down, reach the arms all the way overhead so your chin goes down. And then find your movement as if you're in a rocking chair. And you're going back and forth just a few more times on your own. Beautiful. And then we'll all come back together, root down and rise up, reach up, rooting into the earth like a tree trunk and reaching for the sky. Everything in between is spacious. Find the breath, thread your breath through that. And open the arms. Take the right hand to the front door of the heart, left hand to the back door of the heart. And take a few breaths. Feel the rhythm of your breath. See if we can start to really slow that down a bit. Long, slow, steady breath into and out of the base of the nostrils. Open it up, full extension. And change sides. Deep breath in. So we're breathing symmetrically between the front and back body. That's it. And once again, open it up. Bring those palms together. Feel the centering breath. Steadfast on the four corners of the feet. Rising up as we slowly take our shift and our awareness to the right side. So your left heel is going to match. You can start here, and you have a choice. You can work anywhere below the knee or above the knee, depending upon your level of practice. So find a spot, find a focal point, engage in that standing leg as we hold Veer Bhadrasana, our tree pose. Maybe open cactus arms. And find your branches. Beautiful. Palms come back together. Let's take that opposite leg up. And remember, we can modify as needed. There's nothing we have to be or do. We're just here to have a wonderful experience within this morning. Just find your breath, find your flow as we ease into a bit of a balance. And then coming up, bring the feet back into hip width apart. Let's give a shoulder roll. Take an Utkatasana, our chair pose. Hold that for a breath or two. And then slowly rooting as we rise. Centering breath. Shift the awareness, shift your weight to the opposite side. Find the spot that's most meaningful for you today to practice. Balance and breathe. Staying balanced, staying calm, staying poised, no matter what's going on around us. It's the only thing we have control over is our reaction to what's happening. So we practice this on the mat, hopefully taking it into our lives. Open cactus arms and gradually full branches. Bring the palms back together and we'll slip the opposite leg up and over as we ease into the bend. Being thrown off balance is not negative. It's actually a wonderful thing because it shows us in our body where we might need to work on our balance a little bit. And we're outdoors, so we're working in an even more challenging place. So I challenge you to take your balance outdoors as well. Take your feet back down, and let's take it back into our Utkatasana, our air chair. Settle into that, and we're going to hold and breathe. Bring the palms together, and slowly go ahead and step that left leg back, right foot forward as we bend into that. And then take the arms up, position your shoulder blades onto the back, tuck in, root down and rise up, reaching into fullness. Try to level out those hips. Find your breath. And then open it up. As we open the arms, come in from behind, interlace. We're going to fold inside that front knee. So drop your shoulder down in front, fold over, bring the arms up as high as we can so we can get the shoulder blades into this. And gradually, coming up, we'll place that forearm onto the front thigh, pivot the back foot so you have about 3 to 4 feet apart, front heel lines up with the back arch. If you need to move it around to make that happen, please do so. And we'll give a little bit of a tilt, tuck, take the hand to the back hip. Now slide your hand to your front ribs, roll those front ribs back, and then reach your arm behind the head and extend. Fullness of breath here. Parshva Konasana, our side angle pose. So please modify as needed. If you would rather keep your hand on your hip, that's another option for us. And slowly, as we come up, we're going to keep this knee at 90 degrees, knee directly over the hip, facing forward. Hips, headlights face forward. Breathing into Veer Bhadrasana 2. So you're at ease to either look forward or slowly tilt your chin to look out over your middle finger, whatever is most comfortable for you. Bend the elbows, let's reach back. Slowly take the arm behind the head and reverse out that Veer Bhadrasana. It's called reverse forward. Reach out. Feel the exuberance of the openness of your stretch. Breath working together. And go back to Veer Bhadrasana 2. We'll finish it out here. Palms together. So we pivot the back foot forward and take that back step in, palms together, centering breath. And once again, Utkatasana. Palms together. Step the opposite leg back, left foot forward, right foot back. As we ease into it. So this time your heel is not going to be directly in line with your back foot. There's going to be a little bit of a separation. So make sure you're level, hips are level. Gradually open the arms and reach into fullness. If this is too much, you're welcome to stay with your cactus arms. Breathe into it. and open it up. We'll keep that 90-degree bend as we come in from behind, drop inside that front shoulder. This is a big hip opener. Breathe as we fold over. And easing your way back up, place that forearm onto the front thigh. So take time to pivot the back foot. Make sure we line up the heel to the arch. It's an imaginary line. Give your tilt, top hand to the hip, tuck, core engaged. And then as we root through that back leg, take your top hand to your ribs, roll your top ribs back, open them up so that we avoid this, right? Rather than collapsing toward the floor, we want to really get that big awakening. So use your hand to just kind of knead that out, open it up a bit, and then gradually reach overhead and at full extension. Unless you're modifying, in which case you would keep your hand right onto your hip. So hold that, find your focal point, and breathe. And as we release, we maintain that 90-degree bend, come right up, open the arms into Veer Bhadrasana 2. So you can gaze forward or you can gaze out over the middle finger. But in either case, the hips are facing forward. They're level, like headlights on the car. Relax the shoulders. Keep the arms parallel and breathe. Bending the elbows. Let's reverse out. Take our reverse warrior. So reach into fullness here. Like we're reaching for the water. We're going to wave to our friends, the birds behind us, the fish. Just get in there, open your full body, and extend. So we have all the elements out here. Earth, water, air, ether. It's just a beautiful day. It's always a beautiful day because everything comes from within. Now let's open it up. Veer Bhadrasana 2 once again. And make it a beautiful day. Even if the sun's not shining, it's a beautiful day. As we create sunshine within. And then slowly bring the palms together. Pivot the back foot as you turn it around. And step forward. Deep centering breath or two. And we'll take it down. Utkatasana. Come back to that place of center. This is our power center, our core. And slowly ease over one Uttanasana. So we're going to place your hands right on the outer edges of the shins. If that's too much, feel free to hold the elbows. Drop your head and slowly extend the knees. Any amount. You can even keep your knees bent as needed. And then bend the knees. Take your palms down. Step back onto all fours. You're going to open up the fingers. Spread your middle finger forward. And put your palms right below your shoulders. So working again with the tailbone. We want to curl that tailbone. Tuck it in. It's like a spooky cat. We're close to Halloween, so we're practicing that. Curl in, pull your navel up and in. Exhale and empty your breath. Inhale back to center. And once again, tuck in, curl in, round the spine. Exhale. Inhale back to center. Once more. Start with the tailbone, round the spine. Exhale the breath. Inhale back. Let's open the knees to the width of the mat. Drop your buttocks to your heels. And give a little stretch. We're lifting right under the armpit. on the right side, walking and extending, lengthening, then go to the left side, lengthen. Deep breath in as you create more and more space. Walk it out. And then slowly slide back, preparing for our Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. So again, palms right under the shoulders, index, middle finger pointing forward. You're going to bend the knees. Start with a bent knee pose. Just keep your knees bent as you get the shoulder blades to work onto the back. Hold that for a breath or two. And then slowly try straightening just the right leg. Bend the right leg and straighten the left leg. Now bend both knees. You want to make sure you're hip width apart as we slowly extend and straighten both legs into Adho Mukha Svanasana, or downward facing dog. Breathe into it. Tailbone engaged toward the navel. And we're going to rise up onto the balls of the feet and just slowly shift the weight forward into a plank, strengthening the core. Just hold here for a few breaths. Drop the knees and we'll come onto the heels. Walk your hands back, so stretching our feet. Oh, toes. We don't get that much exercise in our shoes all day. So just take a moment and stretch through your toes. Let's take the right arm up. Breathe in, lift, exhale, drop that, pat your shoulder blade, come in from behind, and just walk your fingers toward one another. They don't have to touch. Just feel that stretch as you breathe in, exhale, and reverse sides. Go to the second side. Reach up. Drop it down and breathe in. Beautiful. Open and slide your feet off to the right side as we drop the buttocks. Okay. So once again, hollowing that belly, we're going to curl in a little bit. Exhale the breath. Inhale, spine tall. Sit up nice and tall. Exhale, curl in and rise. Lift and lengthen once more. So we're going to start by strengthening the core. So just as we did when we were standing with our tilt tuck, try to tilt in a little bit here. Gently scoop the tailbone toward the navel. There's such thing as overdoing and underdoing. So I want you to find that perfect spot that's just right for you. Not too much, not too little. Think of the porridge, not too hot, not too cold. So engage in the core as we sit up nice and tall. You're going to take that right leg, bring it in, take the left leg. Press the backs of the thighs, working from the core to lift the spine, shoulder blades on the back, and then slowly take your right leg and reach out as if you're bicycling, a long, extended bicycle stretch, just to warm up a little bit. Get the core to engage. One more on each side. Reach, keep your spine long. And back to center. We're going to press and resist as we sit up nice and tall. Slowly take that right leg out, any amount. It's okay if it's bent. We don't have to straighten it today. You can work up to that. And then slowly take the left leg. So we're still sitting up nice and tall, right? For many of us, knees are bent. Others, legs are straight. Breathe into that. And let's curl in. Exhale the breath. Give a little bit of a rounded situation here as we inhale, rise up. And once again, curl into that. Let it all go. Let your breath go. Inhale. Maybe this time you want to take your arms into it. That is an option. So either way, take just a few more as we work with our movement, our breath. Strong core, strong lower back. Really meaningful to practice core strengthening. So this time we'll hold. So again, arms can be out, or you can hold the backs of the thighs. Find what suits you and breathe into that. You're going to bend that right knee. Take your hands around your shin and slowly draw that left leg out. Point the toes and flex. Spread those toes, sitting up nice and tall. Open the right arm. And reach over. We're going to take that leg and circle it from the hip. Big, wide circles. Go the other direction. Maybe a little windshield wiper. Get the hip to open. And then slip that hand right under the heel. Sit up nice and tall. Exhale, draw it in. And once again, breathe in. Exhale, draw in. Now take the opposite hand and reach for the opposite edge of your outer foot. Take it back a little bit. Let's point the toes this time. So, like a bow and arrow, load it up, bring it back, and then stretch it all the way over and back again, and over. Let's hold this. Feel free to take your arm out for the balance if that helps. Breathe into that. Bending that knee, and let's draw the heel all the way in, as close to the perineum as we can. Open the right arm, reach over, sit up nice and tall. So on this twist, we're going to rotate from the outer ribs rather than this. We don't want to throw the chin into it. We don't want to pull the neck out. So use your rotation from your torso. So breathing into the lift, exhale, revolve, and pause. And again, breathe in, lift, exhale, and revolve a little more, and pause. On your own. So the chin stays in line with the sternum. Find that spot where you're comfortable holding it and breathing. And then slowly take that knee, drop it, draw the heel in. And once again, little tilt forward, puppy dog tilt, tuck in, and sit up nice and tall. We're going to take the elbow inside that front knee. Top ribs, hand on the ribs, roll your ribs back. Get that open extension and feel free to lift up rather than collapse to reach over. Feel free to reach for your toes, feel free to reach for your shin, whatever works best for you today, so that we're maintaining our lift and our extension with each breath rather than collapsing. So just play with it, synchronize it, move into it freely. And then as we start to come back up, I'm going to reposition that foot. So taking the navel over the front thigh, take your hand to the outer edge of the knee, sit up nice and tall. You don't have to go any further than this. This is our starting point. We're taking this into our Janu Shirshasana, and less is more. So keeping the core engaged, the spine lifted, we're going to breathe in. On the exhale, lead from the sternum. Let your sternum take you forward, just a small amount, and pause there. As we continue, take the next deep breath, lengthen the spine, exhale, extend. So on your own, take a few more. Find that spot where you're comfortable. So Rather than collapsing down or dropping or losing, we want to maintain the integrity of the lift and the strength and the length. Right? To become more flexible, the key is to strengthen and to lengthen, not to stretch like a rubber band and collapse. So just ease into it. Enjoy your experience. And slowly release. Bring that knee up. Move it around just a smidgen and slowly extend that heel, that calf, and that thigh onto the floor. As we go to the second side, start with the rotation. Loosen up. Get the hips to open this morning. Go into a little bit of a windshield wiper. Breathe in, lift up, exhale, draw toward you. Once again, breath in, spine lifts, exhale, lengthen. And then we'll sneak the opposite hand to the outer edge of the foot. Right, draw it back and sneak it over. Reach, get nice and long, to back again, and over. Last one, this time we'll hold. Feel free to open your arm for balance. Deep breaths. Reach up. Draw that heel all the way back and in. And remember to keep your lift rather than collapse. So we want to lift up and drop the elbow inside that knee as we find a little placement for your fingers or your hands, and just let the sun shine in. Open your heart, chest, lungs as we get a little bit of a reach. And then slowly we'll come back up into that lift. Reposition so the knee is a little bit further back at an obtuse angle. Little rotation so that the navel lines up over the front thigh. Taking the tailbone in, lift up nice and long. Opposite hand to the outer edge of the knee or thigh. Find the spot that works for you. If you're a beginner, maybe you want to just sit up tall today. And gradually we'll work our way into Janu Shirshasana. Full extension from the sternum. Any amount. Less is more. In yoga, we're always working to not achieve anything, but to be with our breath, to be present in every moment, and just allow the body to open skillfully so that we're using the integrity of every part of our being in every pose. Seems counterintuitive, right? We call it a forward bend, but really it's a forward lift and a length. And then slowly coming back up. So as we finish out our practice this morning, we're going to take the feet down and we're going to roll onto our backs. And as we roll onto our backs, I'll show you with our students here. We're going to go right onto your back. Lie down. I have this. Bend your knees. Put your elbows into the earth. Fingertips up to the sky. Point your fingers up so you can root into the elbow. Good. Root the feet down. Your hip width apart. And slowly lift and raise your hips. Raise your hips all the way up. Hold it there for a breath or two. and lower without touching the ground. Once more, raise up a little higher, let the pelvis come up toward the sky, reach up, hold. Exhale, lower. And then release the arms. Take your arms overhead. Release your legs out onto the mat. And then you're going to take the arms all the way back to the floor and reach overhead and stretch. This is just like we were standing up. We want to find that internal stretch. So flex your feet, spread your toes, create as much space between the vertebra, between the organs. Breathe into that space as we draw the right knee into the chest. Beautiful. Slowly take your hands around the right knee and bring that into your chest. Right knee into the chest. All the way in. Good. Take a deep breath in. We're going to try to keep that left leg extended so there's very little space between the thigh and the mat. Now slip your hands behind your right thigh. Interlace. And bring your knee closer toward me so your knee is directly over your head. Keep your head down. So Jen, bring your knee toward me. That's it. Nope. That's it. Now slowly pressing the back of the thigh, take your leg up to the sky. So we want to press the hamstrings. And as we're pressing the hamstrings, keep that knee right over the hip. Press and resist. Find the resistance. Keep the knee bent just for another breath or two, and then slowly start to extend that leg all the way up, just over the hip. Hold that and breathe. Now try pointing the toes. Feel the lengthening of your quads, and then flex your foot toward the water. Feel the difference. We're still pressing and resisting. And now slowly bend that knee as we put the hand on the knee and take your right knee out to the side. And keep your left hand on your left hip. Breathe into that. Keep the shoulders down. Now take that left hand to your right knee. Open the right arm out to the side. And slowly transition so you're in a supine twist. Opposite side. That's it. Looking over the right shoulder if you can. And we're going to try to avoid collapsing. So keep the knee up high rather than down low. Press your hand against the knee and resist. And breathe into that. So you want to find that sweet spot for you. So we're not all the way down on the floor yet. We're not too high up in the air either. But just enough that you're feeling the resistance and the twist. Breathe into that. And then slowly come back to center. Hug both knees into the chest. We only have one more side to go. Take a deep centering breath in. Exhale, release your legs and stretch your arms behind you just like before. Give a big full extension. Create lots of space. Breathing into it. And as you exhale, draw the left knee into the chest. This is our last and final round, so make it your favorite. Now, this is a little skillful. We're going to slowly, I'm just going to demonstrate on my friend Jen, who's close by here. We're going to take our hands right behind the thigh. Bring the knee at 90 degrees over the hip. So find the meatiest part of your hamstring, and I want you to press your hands against your hamstring so you feel the resistance. So you slowly take this leg up and over. So your hands are pressing into your hamstrings, bring it back, and your hamstrings are pressing into your hands. And then we'll flex this foot toward the water. Keep your head and neck on the floor so you're going to feel the resistance. That's how we create flexibility. So hold that at that angle. Breathe into it. Thank you for letting me demo on you. Deep breath in as you lift and lengthen. Exhale. Let's bend that knee. Now place your right hand onto your right hip to keep that right hip on the ground rather than letting it fly up and over. Slowly take that leg out to the side. Find just the right amount for you. So you've got your resistance and you're not collapsing. And breathe into it. And supine twist. So reach the right hand over to your left outer knee and open that arm to the side. So open your left arm out, look out over your opposite shoulder and breathe. And turn your palm up. And breathe. And slowly come back to the center. Hug both knees into the chest. As you drop your feet to the floor, I want you to slide your right leg onto the mat. Let your right foot roll out to the side, your right knee relax. Take your left side slowly the same way. Start with the foot and just drop everything out to the side. Arms fall down by your side so your shoulders are relaxed. You can slowly lower your eyelids. Let your shoulders settle into the earth. And just take a moment as we let everything go completely. Integrating all of the work that we've done into this place of stillness and silence. So I invite you to soften the skin on the crown of your head. Feel the softness as you release crinkled eyebrows on your forehead, letting everything go. Eyebrows soften, skin around the eyes, and the temples softening, letting go. The eyelashes lightly reach. And with that, feel your pupils softening. Let your eyes descend all the way down, deep into the sockets, into that resting place. Nothing to be, nowhere to go, just in stillness. Eyelashes lightly touching like butterflies. Jaw releases, throat softens, and letting go completely. Just be in stillness. Slowly wiggle your fingers and toes and give a reach overhead. Hug the knees into the chest. So you roll onto your right side, just resting on your right side. And then when you're ready to, use your palms to lift yourself back up. Find your most favorite comfortable seated position, whatever that means for you. Any comfortable seated position. So again, sitting up nice and tall, we're going to relax one palm inside the other. Chin level, throat soft, eyelids can be in a half gaze or closed. Feel the rhythm of the breath. We want to create intention for our day using our breath. So find the breath that you'd like to carry with you into your day. Focus on the intention for your day. Softly seal your palms together. Let your thumbs move into the heart center. And we'll seal this practice by bowing within, acknowledging and honoring the wisdom of our own body, breath, mind, and spirit. Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste.